Welcome back to today's video. In this, I'll be showing you 8 things that I personally think should be cleaned each month. I'll be including some hacks and tips, so make sure you let me know if you think I've missed anything out. Starting with the kitchen cupboard doors, I'm using the Cif Infinite Spray in Lotus and Mineral Salt. I'll also be cleaning the inside of the cupboard doors, the handles and the kickboards, as making sure they're wiped down regularly can really help to reduce grease build-up, which traps nasty odours and dust. And also, something I learnt recently is that doing this can really help to prevent permanent damage on the finish of your kitchen cabinet doors. And whilst I'm at it, I also chose to wipe down the front of the oven and our fridge freezer, just so that the whole room was left feeling fresh. And with that, recommendation 1 is complete. Next up, we have door and window tracks. And did you know that cleaning these regularly can actually help any hay fever sufferers in your household? Little pollen particles get trapped within the sills, which is why when we wipe them with a damp cloth, we're capturing them rather than allowing them to blow back into our homes. I also like to use a toothpick between a cloth to get into the grains of the tracks, but just make sure you're a little bit careful not to apply too much pressure, as it will end up putting a hole in your cloth. But this is what I have found to work to fit into the size of our door and window frames. And if you're not a fan of creepy crawlies, keeping your tracks clean helps prevent them from nesting in the dirt that would otherwise be sitting within the tracks. Okay, so then we have skirting boards and carpet edges. I'm using some hot soapy water for this, mostly because we have Nova, and most of her favourite nap spots are against skirting, so I want something that will clean but is gentle and not too strong smelling. And as washing up liquid cuts through grease, this is just the perfect product for the job. Something else I quite like to do on a carpet after wiping the skirting is to gently wipe the carpet too. It's a great way to collect dust that the Hoover often misses. Next up, we have vacuum filters. Cleaning, swapping these out for new ones keeps your Hoover working well with strong suction power. And as we all know how much of a fan I am of taking care of what you already have, either cleaning your filters or switching them out genuinely helps to protect your machine and keep it going longer. And as a bonus, it prevents smells and dust from blowing back out into your home. I was recently in an Airbnb and I used their Hoover. In fact, small side note, they had an excellent array of cleaning products in there. However, their Hoover stunk. I think it's safe to say that their Hoover filter was well overdue a clean. And whilst I was cleaning the filter for my own Hoover, I also decided to give the whole Hoover a clean. I don't do this bit monthly by any stretch of the imagination, but it was well overdue, and so I decided to do it all at the same time. Having fresh sheets is possibly one of the best feelings, and for cleaning the mattress, I like to use baking soda. I like to use this bottle as it helps to make spreading the bicarb a little bit easier and more evenly. Once it's on the mattress, I like to leave it for a little while, go off, do another job, whilst it airs and absorbs any odours from the mattress. In this instance, I took myself off dusting around the bedroom, and once that was done, I came back to hoover up the bicarb, which keeps the mattress fresh and helps improve air quality. Personally, I like to do this at the time of changing my bedding, but I do not clean the mattress as often as what I will change the bedding, just personal preference. Then we have the washing machine. This is a fairly new machine still, so it looks good, but I want to take care of it from the get-go. I used the Dettol washing machine cleaner in pomegranate. I absolutely love these and have used them for years. I added a small amount to some hot water in order to clean the drawer, filter, the rubber seal and the door, and then I popped the remainder into the drawer and popped the wash on at 60 degrees. One of the reasons why I love this product so much is because once the wash is done and you open the door, the smell is beautiful. It smells so fresh, so clean, and it's just one of those small enjoyable moments in life. And in case you didn't know, washing your machine not only helps to keep your clothes smelling nicer, but it also helps to prevent any fusty smells coming from the machine itself. One item within our household that can so easily be forgotten to clean are our bathroom fans. I like to use this air duster to do as much of the hard work for me as possible. I like to use 2 different heads on it, and it has 3 different speed settings. I go in with the first heading first just to make sure any dust is removed, followed by a bristle head afterwards. And once I've done with that, I like to go in with a cloth. Sometimes I will take the cover of the fan off to give it a much better clean than what I've given it today, but that is not done monthly by any stretch of the imagination. And I find that doing this regularly helps to keep it in working order to prevent having to take the front off. And lastly, we have the shower head. I like to leave this to sit in white vinegar whilst I go and do something else, and you can leave it for up to 8 hours. The vinegar helps to dissolve any limescale or hard water minerals that can block the water jets, which helps to give you an even water pressure. Once I'd wiped the shower head down, I also followed it up with some of the Method bathroom cleaner. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and if you have done, it would mean the world if you could like, comment or even subscribe. Let me know in the comments if there are any other jobs that you do month to month that I haven't included in today's video. And as always, if you've made it this far, thank you, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.